I've learned the art of removing myself from situations to a point where I am now non-existent to a lot of people. By non-existent, I mean that I have become a ghost. I am not available over the phone. I am not available to visit your house, and I am not available for you to visit my house. I am not available for your events. I am just a ghost. And that has saved me, and that has given me so much peace that I am now an adult who leads a peaceful life. Hi, I'm Dee, and welcome back to my channel. This relates back to what I've always been talking about when I talk about my toxic upbringing and the toxic environment that I continued to live in into my 20s when my parents tried to bring toxicity into my home. And by home, I mean the toxicity they tried to bring into the home that I've built with my husband and kids. I realized that the point was not for them to live within toxicity by themselves. One thing about toxic narcissists, like my mother, is that they will never be happy when they see you happy. And not only when they see you happy, they will never be happy when they see you thriving away from them. Even if you are not happy, when they see you at peace, it unsettles them. So she had been trying for years to bring in her toxicity into my life. When I left home to go to college, I knew that I don't want to go back home. I knew that I had no choice but to make it in life because I had to be free of my mother and my dad as well. The toxic environment that I grew in, where there was constant shouting and screaming every night, my house was so hostile that I hated sleeping to a point that now I don't have healthy sleeping habits. It is a million times better now. I sleep well most of the time, but I know that I sometimes revert back to those toxic sleeping habits, that at night I will just wake up and just have anxiety in the middle of the night. It is much better now. So when I got older, and I realized that me staying away is actually is something that is bothering my mother. My mother hated me staying away because she had to release all that anger and vitriol onto someone. And when I started making it in life, when I started going to college and doing well and my life started looking good, she turned all of that vitriol from my dad to me. I started being a target. She started targeting me. She started wanting to fight me. She would just get angry when she sees me. And mind you, I told you that I was a very meek child. I was a quiet, humble, eager to please child. Even in my 20s, even when I started becoming a woman, I was humble to a fault. And now I realize that it was not just humility. I was scared of my mother. I was so scared of that woman that every time I saw her, I would feel something. I would feel my body tense up. I would just get a shock of anxiety. The electricity will just reverberate throughout my body. And I knew that it's not a good feeling and I don't want to feel it. And when I was away from her and I was away from home, I felt good. And I knew that I have to make sure that I don't go back there. So I continued like that when I was on campus. And I really used to go to home. When I graduated, I was so blessed that I immediately got a job. And guess where I got my job? Miles and miles away from home. And that enraged my mother. In one of the videos, I talk about how my mother refused to even come and know where I stay because she was so enraged that I have a job and I am moving so far away from her. I moved. It's actually 7 hours away from home, driving. And with flying, because it's a rural area, it was also difficult for us to keep in touch because it's a rural area that for you to fly, you still have to drive a long way to the airport. and drive after you got off the airport, you got off the plane. So it was a very difficult place to even access because it was a deep rural area. I knew that I don't want to be around these people. And that has become my coping mechanism even as an adult. I've realized that especially after being estranged from my parents, and it's been 8 years now, I realized that I don't like being around a lot of people, and people don't make me feel good. I don't like being around them. I will never fight, and I don't fight. I don't fight people. When people bring negative energy or negative attitudes or negative behaviors towards me, I do not fight. I've learned that what disables a toxic person and a narcissist is no contact. I will block you from my phone. I will not visit you. I will not allow you to visit me. And that is what I have done for more than 8 years. And actually, it's actually more than that, because with people like my mother-in-law, I rarely go there. I go there on an absolute must basis. I can go over 2 to 3 years without seeing my mother-in-law. The sad thing is that even her own child, her own son, hates going to his home because of the issues that they have at home. But she would blame it on me. She will say that I am the person who's making her son not to come home, without realizing that actually she knows. She just pretends because she hates me. She knows that there are issues in their own home, and that is none of my business. I don't care about their issues. My husband is free to go anywhere, but he chooses not to go to their home, and I hate going there because she is toxic to me. She hates me, and she wants to remind me how much I took her son's money, and her son is moneyed. And mind you, I don't think her son is moneyed. Her son is doing okay, but he's not a well-off person. He's not rich by any stretch of any imagination. He's okay. He is doing okay, like a normal person who has a job. So I've learned the art of just not being around. I've learned the art of being absent. And I realized that being absent has been important in my growth, important in my development, and most importantly, in my health, in my mental health, in my physical health. When I talk about my physical health and my mental health, what I know is that not seeing these people, I sleep better. When I was a child, I struggled with sleep because when you're in a constant fight or flight mode, because you're constantly being told that you are bad, you are horrible, my mother would scream at me every day without failure, because she couldn't stand seeing a quiet, peaceful person. So I learned to be away, and I started feeling good being away. For a few days, would start feeling good being away. For a few weeks, would start feeling good. For a few months, now a few years, now close to a decade, and I love it. I love it because I live in peace and quiet. I sleep better. I am one of those people who never used to sleep for 7 hours. And now I can sleep for 7 full hours without any interruption. And I can get into that deep sleep that is so satisfying, that is so healing. And I know and I see that now in my 40s, I am much more healed. I am much relaxed. My eyes, let me tell you, even as a child, I used to have bloodshot eyes. I used to think that I just have bloodshot eyes because it's genetic. No, it was not genetic. My eyes have cleared up. I have beautiful, bright eyes because I get good sleep. I get good sleep, I get good rest, and I am able to wake up feeling relaxed. Only during the times where I have a lot of work or a lot to do, then I will struggle with sleeping. But generally, I don't struggle with sleeping anymore. I don't struggle with sleeping. Yes, on that odd occasion when I think about the things I've been through and the mental anguish I've been through, then sometimes it will bother me. Or when my mother-in-law pokes at me, because that woman definitely loves poking at me. She's also another person who hates that I stay away from her. She's also another person who just wants my attention. And I'm, lady, you don't like me. You hate that your son is married, but you just keep on poking me. For what reason? Because you think I have your money. So I have learned the art of going ghost, of being absent, of not being around people who don't make me feel good. And let me tell you, it feels great. I love being away. I love being absent. I love just the peace that I have in my home, the peace that I have with my kids. I love them so much. I have a wonderful home, and the beauty of my home is not because of what it looks like. It's because it is so peaceful. It is so peaceful, even in the laughter, even in the fight. We have a peaceful, loving home. And I want to say this to young people, or to people generally who have toxic family. Going not to contact for some of us is not an option. It's not fashion. We are not going with the trends. It is something that is important for our mental health. We are able to sleep better. We are healthier. I feel much healthier. I feel like I can conquer the world. When you feel relaxed, when you feel healthy, you are able to go out there and conquer the world. And I feel it. So I want to say to people who have toxic families, put your mental health first. Put yourself first, because these people, they put themselves first. They don't care about you. They don't care about your mental health. They don't care about your physical health. Thank you for being here with me today, and I hope to see you again next time.